Let me tell you why I always encourage people to leave their ex in the past, even though you might want them back, even if you feel they were your person, right? I understand the emotions in that. But for that very reason, it's why you have to put a pause and pump the brakes on wanting to jump back into something with a person that your relationship dynamic did not work with the first time around. Your very emotions in this space, if it's been a breakup that is relatively fresh and recent, are not healed and they're running wild and they are triggering your attachment system, which is designed to make you want to clamor and grab and reach out for to secure and reattach to your attachment figure, which is who your ex was. Now, when this is happening, your mind, because it's designed to move you away from pain, right? Away from hurt, and try to convince you to go towards whatever you think is pleasure, whatever the fix is. And so in this period, all of your emotions and all of your thoughts are going to try to channel and find all of the amazing, wonderful, positive things in that relationship that ended, right? All the wonderful moments and why it actually could have worked really great and why it wasn't so bad. And it's going to start to suppress all the memories of the things that really are the highlights to why you weren't feeling so good in a relationship. Maybe your ex wasn't feeling good and why one of you, if not both of you, walked away, right? That's a huge step to walk away. But what your mind is designed to do in an instinctual way is feed you all of the great memories and put them on the front screen of your mind to make you go back and get your attachment figure, because it doesn't care about how unhealthy they may have been for you. It only cares about how they were helping you to meet needs for yourself, almost like a drug. And so when most of us go back and get that ex, we're setting ourselves up for failure again, because the issues that led us to the breakup in the first place never truly get addressed. The growth, the evolution in both individuals that's required to make it work the second time around rarely happens. And heck, beyond getting addressed, most people never get down to the core root as to why the issues that happened in the relationship that led to the breakup in the first place were even going on. If you can't sit down right now and write out a clear plan and reasonable layout as to why you and your ex getting back together makes sense and what's going to be different this time around to make sure you guys don't wind up falling apart again like you did the first time, you should not be thinking about going back to get your ex. And most of you can't do that because in order to write a plan like that out, you have to, one, know the exact root causes as to why you guys failed to work in the first place, right? Know what needs to happen to fix those things and the growth required on both sides for both parties in order to make sure the same issues don't want to ruin you guys again. You can't do that effectively because when you have breakups like you do, that's because you never got to figuring out how to resolve things and no one was willing to do it at that point. And because you're not in the space with your ex, you don't know if they're working on the things they need to work on growing on to actually be someone that can come back and make it work the second time around. And they don't know the same for you. And let's just play devil's advocate and say that you did craft this plan and all the things made sense in the plan. You still won't be able to guarantee that your ex can do their part and play their role to make it all come full circle. And here's the kicker. Usually, when you actually go and do the growth steps you need to take for yourself, maybe your ex does too, you don't even fit each other any longer. Once you become a better version of yourself that you were not before, you actually fit someone else better and not your ex anymore. You've grown into two different type of people now. You start attracting better fit partners for you, and your ex wasn't that person. Your ex was best fit for the old version of you. But it is possible, right? I would never say it's not possible for two individuals to do the growth steps, do all the work, and come back together and make it work. Absolutely, you can. It's just highly unlikely that you'll both be on the same page towards doing that. But if you're ever going to consider it, then you must do that. Lay out a plan for why it makes sense, why you should go back, what's going to be different this time. And they must sit at the table with you, agree to the same thing. And then both of you guys have to show the growth that you can actually sit in the roles needed to make it work this time around. Well, that's a lot of work. And a lot of times it's a lot easier to find someone that's better fit for you up front, right? But if your ex is meant to be that person, then don't rush into going back into something that needs time to develop so it can actually have success the second time around. But like I always say, you're better off just leaving them in the past where they belong. Let's get it.